Good evening. It's almost 24 hours since John Lennon was murdered, and people are still outside his apartment house tonight.
I found it to be very shocking, and I just wanted to come, sort of pay my respects in this manner, sharing the grief with everybody else.
When John was tragically killed, record sales for Double Fantasy rocketed.
There was no funeral held for John Lennon. Instead, Yoko Ono asked for 10 minutes of silence around the world on Sunday, December 14th. Photographer Alan Tannenbaum was at the vigil held in Central Park.
There were so many people there. John meant a lot to New Yorkers. John was one of us, and I think everybody was feeling terrible that something like this could happen in New York City. And it was a very emotional tribute to John.
He was one of our originals. There'll never be another person like him again.
I think that it's very hard for me to feel that we're not together anymore.
And you were looking to grow very old together.
Yes. He wrote a song called Grow Old With Me.
Chapman killed John Lennon to be somebody and to capture the glory of John Lennon for himself.
After pleading guilty, Chapman was sentenced to 20 years to life in August of 1981. He is doing his time here at Attica Prison in upstate New York.
He became fearful that somebody was going to kill him. He's lived with that fear off and on all the time he's been in prison.
Almost 7 years after the murder, Jim Gaines brought photographer Harry Benson to Attica to photograph Chapman for People magazine. It was an eerie encounter with the murderer for Benson, who had come to America with the Beatles in 1964.
Before we take any pictures, I want to apologize to you for killing your friend John Lennon. I'm sitting to a man that murdered a very, very talented friend of mine.
Recently denied parole for the 6th time, Chapman's allowed to participate in the family reunion program, which lets him have 3 to 5 conjugal visits per year with his wife Gloria. Now married for 31 years, Fox News tracked Gloria to her home in Hawaii. She refused our request for an interview.
Can we ask you a few questions?
New York State Senator Michael Nozzolio is trying to outlaw the family reunion program.
To have a murderer like Mark David Chapman be allowed a conjugal visit, to give a prisoner purge of any sort, it's an assault to crime victims.
Yoko has opposed release of her husband's killer and still writes letters to the parole board. Her words in a 1990 interview with Fox reporter Steve Dunleavy still resonate today.
Do you think, in the spirit of peace, could you ever really in your heart forgive Mark David Chapman?
Well, I think that the Pope went to visit the assassin, a person who was trying to assassinate him, in jail, and forgave him, I understand, but I'm not the Pope.
Stay tuned for more on the last days of John Lennon.